Hello, folks. It is Cruz-sensei, and today we are talking about useful expressions, asking for Japanese words and English equivalents. If there is anything that I find to be as useful as possible when first learning this language, it is how to ask, what do you call this in Japanese? What is that in English? So this is a very, very important video to be going over. So let's talk about that first one, asking for a Japanese word. First things first, I want you to look around you. Regardless of if you're in my classroom or not, just take a look around. See what you got. Is there anything that you don't know the name of in Japanese? More than likely, that is going to be yes. So if the object is close to you, as in you could reach out and you could touch it, you can just reach your arms out and it's going to be within arm's length. You would say, これは日本語で何と言いますか? So we'll go through that a little bit slower. これは日本語で何と言いますか? If I were to say it a little faster, これは日本語で何と言いますか? What do you call this in Japanese? これ means this, something that is close to you. は is the particle used for is, am, are. 日本語 is Japanese language. で we are saying in the Japanese language. Nan means what, and then iimasu ka, calling it. Ka is what makes it a question. And to answer, you would say whatever the thing is, to or te iimasu. And you'll notice that we have these little brackets here. Those are the Japanese equivalent of quotation marks. So if the object is close to the other person and at a distance from you, so in this situation, we're Smith, and we see Yamada, and he is standing next to a chair. So he is closer to it than we are. So we're going to point and say, それは日本語で何と言いますか? So, それは日本語で何と言いますか? What do you call that in Japanese? And Yamada would respond with, イスと言います, or イスで言います. At a faster speed, that would be イスと言います, or イスで言います. And if the object is far away from both of you, then you're going to use the term あれ. So, あれは日本語で何と言いますか? So, あれは日本語で何と言いますか? What do you call that over there in Japanese? And Yamada is going to respond with 電話と言います. 電話と言います. You call it 電話 because it is a phone. Notice that when you use これ, それ, and あれ, you only use them to refer to objects and never to people. If you want to know the Japanese word for an object that's out of sight, so for something that's intangible and not near you, or just for any English word, you would say whatever the thing is, は日本語で何と言いますか? So for example, if you wanted to ask me how to say something, you are Smith, and you want to ask me, how do you say love in Japanese? So you'd say, 先生, love は日本語で何と言いますか? 先生, love は日本語で何と言いますか? Now it's say, 愛と言います. 愛と言います. Now, if you're asking for the meaning of a Japanese word or phrase, you may hear someone say something like 学生, or 大学, or 専攻. If you don't know a Japanese word or expression, you can ask me, your instructor, or ask a classmate, whatever the word is, て何ですか? Which is literally asking, what does whatever mean? So in this example here, we have a student who is saying, 先生, スイカって何ですか? What does suika mean? The literal translation being, what is suika? And I would respond with, watermelon, this. It means watermelon. And when you give the answer to that, you would say whatever the thing is, and then this. So we are going to do some practice with this. 話してみましょう. And we are going to have you point at things that are around you and asking, how do you say this in Japanese? Then you can practice pointing at a distance and saying, how do you say that in Japanese? How do you say that over there that's far away from both people? And then I want you to try to form the following questions of asking, what is daigaku? What is senko? So on and so forth. And that is going to be it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure that you keep reviewing this for your future practices. I'll see you later.